Hey you guys, this is Alex 8675309, and today I'm going to do another talk about video, but this one is going to be kind of different. I just want to say right off the bat, if I offend anyone, I really don't mean to. If you're a parent, I do not mean this directly to you, unless you, of course, you are doing this. And if you are a younger gamer, again, I do not direct this towards you, unless, of course, you are doing this. Alright, well, today I'm going to be talking about the ESRB rating system and the younger generation of gamers. So, the ESRB rating system, for those of you that don't know, is kind of like the PEGI rating system over in Europe. Essentially, it goes and it says, okay, what age group is good enough to play this? Is the content good enough for this age group? Is the content more mature? Whatnot. It goes from EC, early child, E, E10, teen, mature. Then goes into A, but there's actually very few games that really get up that far. Anyway, I'm not really going to talk about the rating system itself. I'm going to go and start talking about the parents, first of all. How many times have you went into like a game store and seen a parent saying, okay, go pick a game. The kid goes and picks a mature rated game, let's say Call of Duty for instance. Then they're like, hey, can I get this? Oh yeah, sure. I mean, this kid's like maybe 7 at most. And now this wouldn't bother me too much, except for politicians and parents are complaining. They're saying, video games are polluting the minds of our kids with violence. No. It is not the video game's fault. It is the fault of the parents buying these kinds of games for kids. The ESRB rating system is put in place so that kids do not experience content that is too old for them. And that is the entire point of it. But it totally just defeats the purpose when parents go and buy mature rated games for kids. Kids are not mature enough for this kind of game. It doesn't matter if it's because of blood and gore, or even if it's because of a really complex story. They just don't understand. Yes, they don't. I mean, one story that I know for a fact a lot of people didn't understand was Metroid Other M. I got it right off the bat. But then there are so many like younger kids that I saw there just like, who's the deleter? Nintendo's stupid because they dropped out. I'm like, how can you not know who it is? Unless you have no puzzle solving abilities whatsoever, how do you not know who it is? I mean, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay. All these people are dead. You had a short guy take a swim in lava. Who's left? Anthony didn't have a weapon except for the freeze gun halfway through. And then, oh, look at this. For you guys that haven't played the game, I am sorry, I'm going to spoil it. Who is dead where they tried to go and shoot the person that you were talking to get into Sector 0? Who was at that exact spot? Well, look at that. I mean, it is so obvious who did it, but half the people weren't able to figure it out. And I seriously think these people are not mature enough to play this kind of game, because you know what, that gave the game really bad hype. Well, not in a good way. You gave it a really bad, you know, it pretty much took its name and just ran it through the mud. And it didn't need that. I mean, the game already had issues. They didn't need more to add on top of that weren't true. So, I'm then going to go into the next topic. Parents are not okay with their kids playing mature-rated video games that they bought, but they're okay with them watching PG-13 movies, which have about the same amount of blood and gore as a mature-rated game. And they buy their kids toy AK-47s that have realistic sounds and feel. Movie ratings are so much lower compared to video games. I find it sickening. A PG-13 movie would be a mature-rated game. A mature-rated game would be a PG-13 movie. Overall, I don't like how this is done, because really, it's pretty much the same exact content, just on 2 different platforms. Now, I understand, oh, but you know, there's some interaction there. You know, they're killing the person, not just watching it. In my opinion, that's just complete BS. I do not believe that whatsoever. I think you're still essentially just watching it, just pressing a button. I mean, I'm like, yes, you know, there's some little tiny bit of interaction that changes things there, but overall, it's the same exact thing. Then you have, of course, the parents that go and buy their kids toy AK-47s for their 3-year-olds. Yes, handing them a controller is worse than handing them a realistic AK-47 that they can fire and it has sounds and they can shoot their brother with it. Yeah, I mean, that makes 100% perfect sense, doesn't it? Let's go and all buy our kids toy AK-47s so they can go and join the terrorists. Woohoo! I know I'm blowing that way out of proportion, but it's just because I get so upset when kids, you know, when parents go and they try to shut down video games for everyone, even though it's primarily their fault. And they're stupid enough to go and do this kind of thing, because it's like, okay, you go buy your kids toy AK-47s, then you go and blame society for them becoming violent. No. You guys, yes, you guys, were the ones that made them violent. You guys trained them to use guns. You guys trained them to do this. If you don't want them to do this, don't do that. I mean, it's that simple. If you don't want your kid to go and shoot cops, don't buy them a gun. Don't buy them a toy. Then, of course, don't buy them a game like GTA 5. Don't sit there and complain to the industry that, hey, you guys are poisoning my child's brain. No, you guys bought the game for them. It's your fault, not the company's. It's the same with a while back. There was a person that died from actually sitting there and playing Halo. Yeah, he sat there for too long, the blood clot formed in his leg and it killed him. Then they went and tried suing Microsoft over it. It's your fault. It's your fault, not Microsoft. If someone gets addicted to monsters, and if they chug 80 monsters and die, it's not the company's fault. He was the one stupid enough to drink 80 monsters. You can request to put something on the label saying don't drink 80 monsters, but I mean, on games, it already has the warnings there. Take a break. This is what gets me so frustrated, is that people can be so stupid and naive to do this kind of thing. And I mean, there have been some laws trying to go through, being pushed by parents but were started by Hollywood, to take video games out of the US completely. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, you guys are idiots. Number one, freedom of speech. It's an art form, so it cannot be taken away. Number two, it's your fault. I can't get over that. Not to mention, what is the biggest threat to Hollywood right now? Video games. So of course they're going to back this. I just overall think that if you're a parent, you need to actually try to actually find content that's good enough for your kid. Now, if you're a kid if you're mature enough to play these games, like if you can understand it, if you know, like I was forced to not buy mature rated games until I was 17. I could play them, I just couldn't own them. When I turned 17, I started buying mature rated games. I think I could have started buying and playing mature rated games around 13, 14. And I probably would have been fine. Maybe a little bit earlier. But that was just the rules of our house. Which, I don't really blame them. But it's like, I go and I look at, like for instance, if you have a 10-year-old boy who goes online and looks up porn, that's really bad. But I've seen parents go and rent their kids A-rated games, and I'm like, that's about as bad as going online and looking up porn. I mean, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. These parents today are so just ignorant on everything. These people grew up in the 80s. And possibly early 90s. But I'm like, how? How can you guys not know? You guys grew up with games like Mortal Kombat. It still exists, and it's just as gory. I mean, I'm like, how can you guys not? I mean, it's just, oh my gosh. I can't get over on how bad this is. And what you guys have to realize is that you're not just ruining it for your kid. You're ruining it for everyone that does and is old enough to play the game. I'm going to throw up a video right now just to show you guys what it is a little bit. It's like a lot of people refer to these kids as screamers. And this is why.
Reported in Bears.
Hello?
Oh my God! You fucking retard! Delete this! Delete this! Please, dude!
Hello? Hello?
Fucking delete this!
Hello?
Okay, you guys are gonna be fucking banned. My brother works for Steam. So fuck off, losers, and have a fun time getting banned, assholes. Oh my God! Oh my
Hello?
fucking God! You guys are retarded!
Now, in this case, they were playing Gary's mod. I don't really believe what these guys were doing was right. I mean, they were just kind of teasing. But this kid could have solved this in so many ways, but his simple-mindedness caused him to just say, oh my gosh, I can't get out of this, let me out. And then he started making up excuses. Now, this is actually really funny for me, because I laugh and I say this is the exact reason I don't play online. And this is it. It's because there are so many little kids flooding the mature rated games markets. Yes, Gary's mod is based off of Half-Life 2, which is rated mature. So, in turn, it's rated mature. So, there's so many ways he could have got out of this. If the server allowed it, no clip, or commands, go to the command console, type in kill. That easy. And if they didn't allow that, why not just leave and find a different server? I mean, really, what are you gonna do streaming like a little girl? Everyone's just gonna sit there and laugh at you or say hello repeatedly. I mean, it's just like, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's so just downright stupid that they would go on and do this. And these parents, I'm pretty sure, were like, oh, okay, I'll let you have my credit cards and just go buy whatever game you want. I'm pretty sure they're like that. And I mean, it's just, I just don't understand. It's like, again, if you are, you know, 13 or up, and they're saying, you know, I'm mature enough to play mature rated games, you know, that's great. Good for you. You know, but if it gets to this point where it's just like, oh my gosh, just shut up. I do not want to be a part of it. I really don't. And it ruins it for me, and it ruins it for everyone else. I think we need stronger rating systems. I mean, the PEGI system works well because of numbers. It's something that everyone can see. Like, if they had, like, ages, like 15 and up, 14 and up, 13 and up, 5 and up, 10 and up, 2 and up, 21 and up. I mean, that makes more sense by looking at it than someone with just, like, E. Because, I mean, it's just, I look at it and I'm like, you know what? That I think we just need to change up the rating system, and we need to go and tell parents one thing. Video games are different from toys. The Wii U is not a toy. It's a computer. Computers can have appropriate content and inappropriate content for some ages. Just because video games are video games does not mean they're appropriate. If you want to buy Mario, Mario is suitable for all ages. If you want to buy Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat is definitely not suited for all ages. I think right now, parents need to learn this. Because not only is it polluting your child's mind, and then you guys go and try suing the big three, it's also making you look extremely stupid, and it's ruining it for the rest of us. That's all I really wanted to say, and I know this kind of went and got off into sort of a rant, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you agree that parents are overreacting because of their mistakes? I mean, I personally think it's stupid. I mean, if you're gonna go and go and buy your kid a toy AK-47 and then blame video games for making them violent, I think there's something really messed up with that parent, because apparently she's in denial, or he's in denial. I mean, it's just, ugh. I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. So, what do you guys think? I mean, I'm not even going to continue on with this because it'll just erupt back into it. It's one of those subjects that really hit me. Alright. So that is the end of this video. If you guys liked it, please like and subscribe. Comment, please. I really do want to hear what you guys have to say about this issue. I want to know that I'm not alone. And of course, if you guys have a Facebook account, I do have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Silex867539. I will be posting updates there, and sometimes occasional just bloopers, funny videos that I find, you know, etc., etc. And I also have a Google Plus community set up for the Metroid fan base. That is what it's called. And if you just want to chat anything Metroid, that's where to go. Alright. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been Silex867539. See you guys later.